Hello, everybody out there. This is Galatea. This, as you can, before clicking on the video, can maybe possibly conclude will be my last Soccer Spirits video. Possibly forever, if not for a very, very long time. I'm going to take, if I'm quitting the game. I don't know if I will be back. I just thought I would announce this so that everyone that has been watching my videos, thank you very much for watching. I hope y'all enjoy them all. Would not be wondering what happened to Galatea, da 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 da, and be waiting for something else to happen. I just felt that'd be a good closure to give a final video for everyone out there. And I don't know, just kind of relax and chill on my last little night of Soccer Spirits. Maybe I'll do some Galaxy League matches probably or something, and try to beat colo 47, which I know in a few months I probably would have been able to beat, maybe sooner than a few months. But I was pretty close to beating Coliseum. I was pretty much done. I really think I would have gotten to Galaxy League this season too, but I am going to I need to drop the game. There are more important things I need to do with my life at this point, and that I am ready to go do and move on. It was a very fun game while it lasted. I enjoyed the global forum. I really didn't get on Reddit too much, but a very strong community as well. But yeah, I really enjoyed the global forum for all that time I spent on it. Maybe I'll pop in every so often and say hey, but I'm just done making some life decisions. So I'll try to do a few things this video. If you are newer to Soccer Spirits, I have made quite a few videos to help players progress faster and understand the game. There are threads and forums that you can see as well, but it's always easier just to hear it. I have my own opinions of the game, of course, not everyone agrees with. We're all human. We all have our own ideas of things, and also depending on what league you're in and how far developed your team is, the gameplay changes. It's different as you become much stronger, and you have a difference in opinions on cards, and you start seeing things differently in a different light, and what you consider stronger or weaker, or a tactic view is much different. But I will try to give maybe some ratings for cards, since I did comment on someone asking if I could give my own opinions about cards, and at first I said no because I was still thinking about staying with the game, but I decided not to, so I will. But I decided to say no at first because people give a lot of backlash. The community is getting a little bit more ferocious, I think, and potent. Kind of like it's not a good setting, but I don't know if that's everybody, but it is what it is. I also think that it's better for the people that have their own strong opinions about things compared to me, to build upon their own opinions and derive to their own conclusions about what's best in game as well. Mental development and trial and error are definitely human things to do, and we all learn from whatever we have previously seen or viewed or whatnot. I'll give some quick insight on some cards. Okay, and I want you to realize something about legends. All legends are very, very strong. Now, some legend cards may be better suited for Coliseum of Despair over PvP, but that's just how some of the game mechanics are. The developers, after especially this last season, are obviously trying to force you to have a Coliseum team as well as a PvP team. Heck, I already have 2 goalkeepers. I was working on a second assist. I have 2 strikers. I have a few attackers. Many leader, different type of cards. The game is splitting up between Coliseum, Despair, and PvP. That's just how it is. Now, there are ways to get around that. If you have certain cards, you can have many weak cards and, like I said, still do alright in Coliseum and do just fine in PvP. But I just want you to realize that a legend card doesn't have to be great in both things just because they're legends. Some legends just excel extremely well at PvP. Some legends do both, and some excel really well at Coliseum. It's just how it's going to be. It's something you're just going to have to accept. And I really doubt that legendary cards will be nerfed, because they have now made legends purchasable with lots and lots of money. And if they nerf legends, that's going to make the entire community disappear. If you're free to play, I get it, you want legends to be nerfed, but imagine the people that are actually spending their own money that they've gotten through hard work in real life, and just it being wasted upon, like a legend's $900, right? Yeah, wait. Yeah, $900. Like that'd be pretty killer on the company. So instead of complaining about legends and all that, just, if you can't get past it, that's fine, but just understand that legends will never get nerfed. Maybe very subtly, but if you're nothing major, nothing to the point where they'll lose all their income to support the game. But beyond that, okay, so let's see. I have a few PvP formations. If you saw my 5 videos I recently posted for Champions League matches, I had videos where I was facing Artist Strikers, Light Strikers, Whirlwind Strikers, Thunder Strikers. I think I didn't, don't know if I said Dark, but Dark Strikers as well. I have many different back lines, but the whole premise, let's see, since I'm a mostly Thunder user, I started out this way at the very beginning of the game because Whirlwind was the dominant force starting out, mono Whirlwind, so I had actually decided that I wanted to be a mono Thunder team and beat the Whirlwind teams, and for Whirlwind teams just to be like, what? This is bullcrap, you know, I'm strong against this dude and he's kicking my butt, since most teams were Whirlwind, so that was my whole idea at first, and it's different now, of course. I'm not mono Thunder. But very strong strikers. Beatrice is still very strong. Hero is very strong. Ravion is devastating. Star is very devastating too. 2, 3, 4. And Bora is okay. Not tremendous, but she can be alright. All the other strikers, though, Leventor's good, Blade's okay-ish, depending on how you build her. Meki has a very fantastic Blade. I think his YouTube videos, I'm not sure if he's male or female, her YouTube videos, her handle is like Mechsiao, Mechsiao, if you want to see a very good Blade user. And of course Char is good too, and Ravion is great, but they're a little bit easier to build. Char can be difficult to build for endgame, but overall, I mean, she's devastating. You need a Pterodon's blood. You need one. If you're going to be using Char in game, you have to have some way of critting. I know she does massive damage versus Whirlwind Keepers when critting, or without critting, I mean, but you're going to need crit rate later on. How much crit rate? Well, You want to get to around at least 220, 240%. 240% normal shot crit. Like, if you can get up to 240% for a normal shot, you are pretty much set in League, especially with the Char. If you can get the right line, I was going to make a very devastating Char. People may think she's devastating now, but you should see what I was going to make. Anywho, so Char is a very good card. Yuri, I'm looking at the Yarder cards right now. Yuri is a very, very strong totem. She has her weaknesses with the artificial intelligence because she's an attacker type, especially if you put her in the back line with extremely low reflex. She will kill herself over and over and screw you over in the back line. So you gotta make sure to give her lots of counterattack resist. But other than that, if you can manage to give her a ton of counterattack resist, really good crit rate, and powerful dribble and steal, she can be decent in the back line. She's slow, though, and you kind of want a speedy back line, so there are other builds, but she's solid. Shu is a very fantastic Coliseum of Despair player. I have not found a way yet to incorporate him into my team for PvP purposes, a decent build for him at least. But maybe in the future there will be a more usage of him for PvP. I know Trinity Z uses him. I don't know exactly his team, but I know he does use him in PvP. Renee is like Char's godfather in a line. You want her to be Char's assist. You really want her to be your assist. She gives crit rate to Arter Strikers and increases their passive effect they receive, which is great. And oh, now she increases the passive. Oh, I don't know if it's passive effect or receiving passive effect. I don't remember if that was a typo or not, but she is great nonetheless. I don't have Elaine, but I was planning on still getting her. Elaine is still devastating. If you get like an Elaine, Yuri, or not, yeah, like some kind of combination between Elaine, Yuri, Luca, Kevin, Renee, and Char, like some kind of combo with them with the right stones, she'll be just killer. Right now, Jean, y'all saw a purpose for him in that last Insane boss. Some people use Jean strats. I know he can be a very strong long shot striker. He's very situational though, but he could find a future purpose in PvP. He's not terrible or anything like that. It's just really hard to get a good skill set. I think Audaciter uses Jean and he loves him. That's fine. Sage, or is this Cute Sage? I think it's Cute Sage. Cute Sage, yeah, woo. Thank the Lord, the other Sage was like, what? She doesn't really have a usage right now. He's just there. Kevin is great for the action bar and decreasing damage, and he reduces enemies' action speed, so he can have his usages in Coliseum of Despair for sure. He is very strong. He is better than what y'all may consider. He's a great Coliseum of Despair player, and he can have a very good purpose in PvP. Sue is a no-go. Sue is just worthless for the most part. Elise has lost her luster. Now she isn't that great. This is kind of Nari can be very good for PvP. Pretty much just PvP now. The crit rate for a first shot, for a good first strong shot, can change. It can change your outcome in the game depending on who the goalkeeper is. Like if you can get crit Astilia on the first shot and do massive damage, you can just kill her crit resist on future shots and kind of assure yourself critting. And so that's really good. I don't really use Lucius. It's kind of funny. I've gotten 5 of him for free. I mean, just from draws. But I don't really use him. But he gets he has his EE, and the super place evolves into something pretty much way better. But you don't really see him too often in PvP or Coliseum Despair. He's just alright. He's not terrible. He's just not amazing. Jacob will have a future usage in both. Yes, Jacob will have a huge play Like, Jacob will be very good for Ardor. He's going to become amazing when he gets his extreme evolution. It's only a matter of time. There's no way they're not going to not give him extreme evolution. It's going to happen. He has severely... He is definitely Coliseum of Despair. He's just worth it. He gives crit damage for the entire team. That's huge in Coliseum of Despair. That's the way you want to go later on. The cheese is gone for the most part. Some flourishing is still cheese, but crit damage is the way to go. He can be an offensive player for you, and he is just really good. He'll become really good. Bora, yeah, she's an okay striker. She has extreme. Strikers with extreme are very, very strong, so that's pretty much about it for her. She has extreme. She has a high percentage shot rate. Like, she recovers a lot of her action bar and she can keep shooting lots. So her whole goal is to get a 1v1 and do massive damage, which isn't preferable right now in the meta. But that's all the Ardor cards I have at the moment, or forever. Whirlwind. Jin. He is a very great goalkeeper. I could never get a protection of the Mother Earth. I don't know how much more devastating he would have been with that. But without it, endgame, he gets crushed by everybody still. Like, it's unfortunate with the meta. It's hard to get his reflex up. Or no, it's not a reflex, his crit resist. But that's just how it is. He's still a great goalkeeper, though, nonetheless. Really overall solid card. Top 2 in the gold. Like, it's him right now in Asilia. Kieran, not that amazing. He just is what he is. I used to use him as a striker. He needs a buff. Stay away from him. Beatrice, she is definitely one-hit. She is a one-hit KO striker. She will one-hit KO you. All you gotta do is give her good crit rate stones, maybe a little bit of crit damage. Make sure she can crit. Make sure she can crit. She crits, she's gonna hit you hard. It's gonna be huge. It's gonna be devastating damage even through Nerua. So don't kid yourself. Kiki's a great defender. She pairs amazingly with Jin. If you're gonna be a Jin goalkeeper, you need a Kiki. She gives him that extra, like, I don't even know. The HP difference is just insane. Like, I think it's like 1,000 HP difference. It's insane. But she gives him the HP. Vivid Fear. Seems on paper that she could become good, but gotta wait for her EE to tell. Magnus is an essential in PvP and Coliseum of Despair. This skill right here, damage reduction, and of course he gives HP and action speed to the line, which is great, and he has his own reflex buffing skill, which makes him his team support and can be devastating in the back line and not get stolen from, so he is definitely a priority to have. The decreasing damage from strikers is huge later on in PvP. It's great to have those kind of players in that can reduce damage of all element types. Lin Mei, very strong ball holder. Or she was, I don't know how she is. Can she be tanky? Yeah, she can hold the battalion, so she can be tanky. She can be a pretty strong ball holder, and she gets good reflex. Just waiting on an EE to see how she is. Princess Mayrin will probably get an EE. Excuse me, an EE. Very strong player. She's great for, of course, Coliseum of Despair. But she's very strong as a center mid player, starting off holding the ball. She can not hold battalion, but that's fine. But she has this fantastic operation which recovers spirit, so you can get a good early spirit boost early on in PvP and get some active skills going off, and she can tank some, which is great. But COD usage for sure is high. Aslan, we're about to wait and see, but she has potential. She's got a weird setup, but she also recovers spirit, which is lovely. And attack power and reflex for the team is always nice. And she can use it every 3 minutes. And she's kind of pricey on the action bar, or the spirit bar, but that's fine. She has her own way of building spirit. Kaidormu, non-existent. Enthea is kind of non-existent. Rudiel's non-existent right now. Narizel is very strong with Beatrice. That's really your only use with her. Very great. If you use Beatrice, you pretty much use Narizel. On to Thunder. Luca's very situational. She does everything right except for giving pass. Her pass sucks. So you can be possibly doing way less damage potential than you could be using somebody else. But she gives that insane slow debuff to the enemy team. She has action speed buff to your team, and she has penetration power, which will be useful as well. It's kind of hard to combo her right, but she is strong nonetheless. And if you build her correctly, you can get insane reflex. Yeah, the reason I have the stone on her because it gives 16% reflex. So I've made mine a very strong passer because of Yuri. Not very strong, actually. She only passes like 1482. But that's nothing later on, especially with the Yuri. But she has the chance to steal the ball, and she's fairly tanky with the Nerua ace, as well as Nerua's team buff. Belle, of course, is just a pure monster. Yeah. It's Belle. Cynthia. Cynthia is really good in Mono Thunder. Thunders complement each other very well because of the Nerua ace. So, yeah, I need a Nerua if you plan to be Mono Thunder. She has huge application in Coliseum of Despair. Her active plus Mega Blizzard is just devastating, and it reduces the entire team's speed by 40% with reducing their inflicted damage that they can block by like 15% or something. Yeah, 15%. So she is insane. Plus she can do heavy damage with Exploding Chill. I've done over 3k damage, and I don't even have the greatest stone setup. It's just like blah. I got some random defensive stone in there. It's whatever. Oh, it gives action speed. That's pretty. Wow, it's not that bad. Oh, anyways. Nerua. Nerua is just still a beast. Who cares if she got her nerf to HP? People are making a big deal out of it. It doesn't really matter. In game, your goalkeeper's gonna have high damage anyways, and reducing the team's amount of damage they can do to your goalkeeper is still better to have than getting 20% HP from somebody else, or 30%. So she is still solid and devastating. Although the nerf to her is great because people are less fearful of using their actual strikers like Beatrice and Hero. So PvP has gotten a little bit more diverse in Champions League. It's usually Char and Ravion, since the counter to them is really hard. Like Char you can counter, it's just not as easy as Beatrice and Hero. Ravion, no one really has a counter for her yet, but there is one. The club I was in was devising one. Hildegard, pure damager, Rex face. I use her for Coliseum of Despair now. Use her as your choice. Linnea only got a 0 superb, but she was a beast in PvP. And I gave her a battalion, yay. But she is just a massive PvP well-balanced player. Well, not well-balanced, she's overpowered. Especially with the Nerua. Iggy, Coliseum of Despair all the way. Yeah, active, woot. Not too much usage in her. Raclette, terrible goalkeeper, great goalkeeper totem. She has her uses as a totem for other goalkeepers. Veronica, necessity in PvP. Blade, iffy, really hard to build, but can be satisfying to use later on. Newt is crap. Jury can be built very well. She's okay. I'm sorry, I'm gonna speed this up. I don't want this to be a long video. Right now, Lucia is blah. Eden is godly for a 4-star, but just you don't see her too often later on. Butcher's supposed to get an EE. We'll see if he stops sucking. Guinevere, not really essential in PvP anymore. She's more of a Coliseum of Despair player. Edward, crap. Haru, nah. Van, Savior Thunder, joke. AK, he's not that good. Maybe later on. Robin needs rework. Beta needs rework. Acelia, number 1 is goalkeeper in my opinion in PvP. There you go. Maybe the meta will change while I'm gone. Good luck. Scylla, very diverse assist, very useful in Coliseum of Despair for her action bar and spirit gain for the line. And just very solid overall, kind of more of a generic easy assist to use in PvP. She buffs strikers very well because of pen power passive, making their normal shots do more damage. Duke, Legend probably needs a buff. He's just kind of meh. All he's got going for him is pretty much the same as every other attacker, so whatever. Even Linnea does better on buffing. Sammy, very overpowered comboed with Ravion, has some ways of using her in Coliseum of Despair, but has become a little bit less applicable since the latest updates. But she's still good. You can still use her. It's fine. I'm sure people have great combos with her later on. Mine's zero superb, so I don't use her. Kay, kind of a worthless goalkeeper now overall. I know you can make him still really good, but honestly, the trouble of doing it is just way beyond worth the doing. Virgil, he can be a counter to Ravion. Give him an ignition catalyst. Give him that spirit gain from attacking, stealing the ball, and activating his active in midfield, healing the entire team's HP, and action bar, Woot action bar, counter to Ravion. Hero, you need Wom. Willow Metatron Hero is devastating in-game. Anything else besides Willow Metatron is useless. White Gardenia, not too many people use her right now. Maybe in the future they will. She doesn't have an EE yet, but she has some sort of potential in a sense. Uriel is supposed to be getting a buff. I don't know how she'll do later on. I've seen only one really good Uriel since recent times, and even then, like, I don't even care to build her. Not too many people care to build her, so Uriel's kind of out at the moment. Michael, kind of worthless in my opinion. You can build him to make him really strong, but he needs 100% counterattack resist. Good luck building that. Ustiel this is Ustiel. She is worthless right now. She will probably get, battery power low. She will get a rework somehow, some way, sometime, whenever. Virgil, very good in Coliseum of Despair, has his uses in PvP, sort of. Virgil's the better choice, but Avnor, versus Ravion. Avnor, his evil genius is really nice, pretty much. If you want to go for it, he can be used against Ravion in certain builds. Metatron, very, very strong. Will never get nerfed. Too bad to everybody else. It's just not going to happen. She has that action bar control, but she's not as devastating as everyone says she is. You can 1 to 2 shot her. Yeah, everyone gets action bar, whoop-de-doo. Not as power OP as Beth, just using her active for free without having to do anything, and everyone having 40% action bar. Whoa, what? Okay. But she is very strong, and she helps control the midfield, which is very important later on. Black Daisy, free BA player, especially with Prey Sentence. Oh my gosh, that spirit regen. Lilith, kind of outdated and not usable. Alice, she needs an EE, but she is solid overall. Don't be afraid to level her up if you have her. Doubt you do if you're new. Orsis, Dark's attacker. No one really uses him yet, but she has potential. Kind of Janice, still okay. Not as devastating since you can't use his active for basically free anymore. People still use him. He's still strong. The active didn't really change anything. He's still really strong. Not seeing people use Alkai, J-Heat, EE, whoop-de-doo, okay. Vitos can be strong, but is overshadowed by the other two Dark Strikers. Lucifer is kind of, at the moment, Dale is better than what he seems to be, especially if you use him in a Ravion team. Oh my gosh. Deep Darkness, I hate you. There you go. That's the secret. Lucid's great in Coliseum Despair, kind of iffy in PvP, but you can use her. I had one solo my team once because I forgot to put Jin in front of her and had Magnus in front of her, and she wrecked Magnus. Wrecked my Silly in 3 shots instantaneously, kind of back to back to back. Nero's doesn't really have a use right now. Fontis is kind of blah. Malcolm has great, his super play plus reducing spirit is awesome, and he can definitely be easily built for counterattack resist, but I don't know if the whole hassle for doing it is really worth it. There are other strats you can do now, and you can kind of overpower later on enemy team. Gerard, who is he, right? That's all that. But yeah, Beth, very OP. Metatron, definitely OP. Oh well. Leventor, holy crap, he is strong. He's scary. William, not as scary as the others. Needs tons of investment, but they're not going to buff him with crit rate. What's giving him 100, like 100, 150%, whatever it is. Crit damage. buff. Like, that's... Y'all guys are dreaming. It's silly. What are the other legends? I'm thinking Shu, very strong, and Coliseum, of course. Kiro, really only... He has his uses if you just want to maximize damage, but he doesn't do too much for the team other than damage, so just trying to get that one shot in. One hit KO. Good luck doing that, though. Ventor, Kiro, Jin. Already covered them. Metatron. What was the other Dark Legend besides? Oh, Baltheon, yeah. Baltheon's becoming a little bit outdated, but he's still great in Coliseum of Despair. PvP is becoming less used. There are better options. I'll try to do a Coliseum of Despair match. I've been thinking of a strat, and this is the one I could come up with for now. My belt isn't strong enough to keep this, to actually allow this to work, but I will do it anyways and show what I can do so far. Just a little bit more work on my 3 superb bones. A unique stone, and she would have been fine with the strat. Oh, lived through this actually. Oh. If I could have gotten that first turn, I might have actually been able to do something then. Oh well. This is fine. This attack right here is perfectly fine. I do not want Luca getting the ball. That's what I don't want, is Luca having the ball. So if she steals the ball, that's just GG. So far, so good. I need to get to Elizabeth so I can get my reflex up. I'm at 1043, and Luca is at like 1418. Yeah, okay, there we go. So I went from 1043 up to 1440 reflex, and I am fine. And we'll now start pummeling with my 4 superb shoe. It's good. Kevin's awesome because he can reduce the action speed of the enemy team. Mine's not superbed up. If I did, his accuracy would be max, and their action speed would be way lower, which would be better. The slower they are, bring them down to your level, the better it is. So you need to make them slower than you if need be. And I'm not getting any crits in. Wow. Oh my gosh. What the heck? One sec.
지금부터입니다.
Why am I not
경기장이
critting?
생각보다 넓군요.
해볼까?
My chance of critting is an 80.3, huh?
정신 차려.
Okay. Oh, Leventor, that's right. He reduces my
좋아.
crit rate.
기회가 왔어.
진짜로 간다.
It's whatever. But this is my way of devising an infinite shoe
지금부터입니다.
without him having a Will of Metatron. If he had a Will of Metatron, I could do something different.
자, 실전이야.
정신 차려.
Of course, there's a slight flaw, as these other guys attack, and sometimes they don't.
뛰어볼까? 방해하지 마. 제대로 뛰어볼까? 이번 기회 놓치지 않겠어.
우린 함께해요. 딜을 잘 부탁해요. 좀 열받게 하는군. 분명 열 받았다고 말했다. 좀 열받게 하는군.
If Luca doesn't pass the ball, awesome! Oh my gosh! Wow, wow. We'll see if this works. Okay.
해보겠어.
Pass.
따뜻함이 느껴지나요?
Pass.
진짜로 간다.
Breakthrough.
해볼까?
Do that.
원하신다면 전 신사일 뿐입니다만. 그군요. 꼭
See, their action
말입니다만.
speed right now is
안목이 높은
25. Thank you,
녀석이라고?
Cynthia. So
딜을
that's
잘
why it's
부탁해요.
awesome.
이걸로 끝낼 수만
Why
있다면
not lower it?
우린 함께해요. 우린 함께해요.
So they're at 17, 15.
책임 소재는 분명히 해야 할 거야. 모두의 믿음 헛되지 않게. 자비는 없습니다. 우린 함께해요. 하필 나를 믿어.
Dokie.
이렇게 망설이다
Cynthia
부서진다.
also reduces the decreased damage. See, it's like ridiculous, especially with an EBM.
자, 침착하자.
I wish I stole the ball. What the
준비는
heck? Oh well.
끝났다.
Can't do anything about that.
놓쳐선 안 돼요.
There we go.
방해는
Yeah, they're
곤란하다고요. 자,
really slow after the
침착하자.
Luca pass, right? Isn't that great? Yeah.
나를 믿어. 이 하이엘로 징계한다. 자,
Steal
침착하자.
it.
무너뜨리겠습니다.
Oh, come on. Give me some luck.
자비는 없습니다.
No luck. It's like 0.
이걸로 끝낼 수만 있다면.
재미있겠군.
Let's do that.
좋아, 기회가 왔어. 할 수 있겠어.
I somehow stole the ball, right?
해보겠어.
That's strange.
보지 말라고.
But yeah, I'm running out of...
좋아, 기회가
I'm gonna
왔어.
start becoming fast again. Yeah, see, their action speed picked up. You piece of dog, dude.
너무 쉽군.
That's how I feel about him.
형편없는 꼬라지.
제법이군요.
It's my fault. I should have used shoe. What?
이걸 막지 못할 테니까.
What is this? Did Luca get a pass off? Good thing I didn't let Kevin get wrecked. Oh, awesome. I can use Abnor again.
해보겠어.
That is great.
즐거운 시간이 될 것 같아요.
Okay, I need some reflex.
시합은 지금부터입니다.
제대로 뛰어볼까? 한숨에 승부를 내주지. 느낌 아니까 해볼까?
Anything about this? If I go up there, I can revive Char, and she will get in a shot.
다음에
I
끝인가?
hope I made the right choice.
진짜로 간다. 반드시 이것만은.
준비는 끝났다.
It's kind of nice right now.
하게 될 줄은.
Kind of. Steal it. If I steal it, that'd be great. Okay, it's whatever then.
원하신다면 전 신사일 뿐입니다만
781 reflex,
저는
941.
공을 읽을 수 있습니다.
형편없는
제법이군요.
해보겠어.
There's nothing I can do about that.
경기장이 생각보다 넓군요.
There is absolutely
제대로 뛰어볼까?
nothing I can do.
염려 마세요.
I'm just gonna block. Whatever. There's nothing I can do about that. Okay. It's
좋아, 기회가 왔어. 까지 끌어내주겠어.
must think, must
좋아,
think.
기회가 왔어.
81 0
이 정도쯤이야. 자, 실전이야. 책임 소재는 분명히 해야 할 거야.
Shouldn't have done that. No! I screwed up, guys. I shouldn't have done that. Oh, wait.
분명 열
Ah, you gotta be kidding me. Come on. What is this? I'm dead. I'm alive.
해보겠어.
What?
방해는 곤란하고요.
Alright, so I made a few mistakes, but that was very, very doable. That was a strat I just kind of thought of recently.
좋아, 기회가 왔어.
I'm going all the way.
아쉽지만 난 먼저.
Oh my gosh. I got Oh, I didn't even do damage. I didn't even get her down. I didn't get reflexes. Oh, yeah, I didn't get reflex. Okay, but a few mistakes on my part. If I would have used Cynthia's active, I would have gotten broken through Bell, and I would have got another shot off, and the enemy teams would have been slower, and I would have had a chance to win. So, 47 very possible. That would have given me top 50 for the week, and I would have quit a happy man. But the strat works. Ha ha ha. I could maybe possibly beat 49 and 50. I'm not going to do it, though. But yeah, that's Coliseum in a nutshell. I have a few different builds. That's just that specific one I had to think outside the box for. That back line does work for pretty much everything, but you don't really need Scylla Ace all the time. Just for that one I needed it. And my midfield's more reflexy. I think I have the build. Do I have it? I do not have the team build. I use this build for 45 and 46. And just imagine like a Shu and a Kevin back there with Luca, Ace, and this like midfield and forward line. That's pretty much. So that's Coliseum of Despair.
열심히
You just gotta have the right cards, of course, and kind of try to think outside the box of them. I'm surprised that works so well, actually. Just a little bit more. So I was doing good. Oh, I'm almost out of battery power. So this is the... Wow, that went out fast. I was at 47%. This game drains battery very fast. All of y'all know that, unless y'all are on PC. So, kind of gave a little bit of insight about cards. Didn't go over everything, but that was just some of my personal thought processes on some cards. Story mode, yay. You can definitely beat, yeah, story mode, alright, it's all beaten, woohoo. Coliseum of Despair, I could have gotten to 50 now, I think, if I would have beaten 47. 50 was the clear, I could have done 50, 49, 50. Well, 49 could have been, 48 could have been a pain. I think it's all light with Whirlwind. I think it would have been fine, whatever. Yeah, it would have been fine. Zero Kun only has trouble because he has, Zabroy. And my build's different than his. Got fairly far in Galaxy. And I was about to battle Augustin. Sometimes I have trouble with him. It's a grind. It's not fun. That's that. But yeah, it's just it was fun while it lasted. I enjoyed it. It was a well-made game. But good luck to all of y'all out there. Just you can kind of skim over other videos. Things I've said, maybe taking into account the cards right now that I think are kind of iffy, and I didn't explain everything. I kind of went past that, but you got to see Coliseum 48 in a nutshell, kind of. And that's one way to do it. That's very different from other people that do it, I think. But yeah, that's my last video. It was fun. Thank you all of y'all for your support, and good luck with y'all's teams. This is Galatea signing out for the last time. Goodbye.